Hey y'all. Okay, so in a second you're about to see Miss Askew do a Splat lesson with her students. And the reason that Splat is so fantastic to do in the lower grades is because not only does it cover subitizing, which we've been doing a lot of in number talks, it also takes it a step further where the students have to find the missing addend when the Splat covers up some of the dots that they originally saw. I think once you get used to it and your students get used to the flow of the lesson, you're going to see that it makes a huge difference in their mathematical thinking as well as their fluency within 5. So when you see the first part of the video, you're going to see that most of her students did really well with seeing that 3 plus 2 makes 5. Then further into the video, they're going to see 5 again, but this time it's going to be seen as 4 and 1. Her students really struggled with that. They still were only wanting to see that as 3 plus 2, but it didn't match what the picture was showing them, so it brought up some really great conversations. I hope this video is helpful for you, and I hope that this is an easy thing that you can implement in your classroom as a quick way to be able to assess fluency. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help in any way. I hope y'all have a great week.
Matt, how many dots do you see? 5. How do you know that?
Because there's 3 on the line and then there's 2 more.
Okay, so you saw 3 in a line and 2 more. Okay? All right, are you ready? Let's see if he was correct. How many is that? 5. So he was right. Are you ready? Splat. How many shapes are under the splat? Addie, how many are covered?
3.
3. If you think there's 3 covered. Addie, why do you think that there's 3 under there?
Because if you need 5, then you need 3 more. That makes 5.
Okay, so there were 5.
Now there's 2.
There's 2.
So 5. So
What'd you say? Let her answer.
so that there's 3 under.
Okay, how do you know that?
Because you need 3 to make 5.
3.
And 2 make 5.
Oh, so she says 3 and 2 more make 5. Does anybody agree with her? Anybody else see it a little bit different? Anybody see anything different? So let's check and see if Addie was correct. You ready? How many is under the splat? 3. Give Addie a thumbs up. Let's see if we can do another one. All right, here we go. All right, thumbs up if you can tell me how many. Don't yell it out. Huntley, how many do you see? Okay, do you think there's 5? How did you know there were 5 there?
It's done 5. 2 and then 1 more.
So you saw 2 here and 2 here and 1 more, and that makes,
5.
so 2 and 2 and 1 more make 5. Okay, are you ready? Let's see if she was correct. Was she right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, are you ready? Get your splat ready. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Giovanni,
2.
you think there's 2 under the splat. What makes you think there are 2 under the splat?
Because there was 4 up on the side like that and 2 up there.
Okay, so 4, you think there was 4 and 2 more make 5.
Yeah. And,
Okay, show me. Sit down.
In the middle, it's covered.
Okay, it's covered in the middle. How many are showing?
4.
Okay, so how many you think there's 2 under the splat, right? Give me a I agree that there's 2 more under the splat if you think it's 2 more. Who has a different answer? Easton?
I think there's 1.
He thinks there's 1. Why do you think there's 1?
Because there's 3 on this side and 2 on this side.
But what do you see?
4 right now.
Okay, so
There's 1 more. So there's 3 on this side and 2 on this side.
okay, we're looking at how many we see. Santos, how many do you see?
4.
Okay.
And there's 5 covered.
You think there's 5 covered? Ella?
There's 1 covered because there's 4 showing. We had 5. So 4
Okay, slow down.
and 1.
Say it again.
We had 5 and there's 4 showing. We covered up 1.
So she says there were 5 showing. We can see 4, and there's 1 under there. Does anybody agree with Ella?
I do.
Okay, let's see who's correct. So somebody said there were 5 under here.
That said
Somebody said 2.
Giovanni said 2.
Giovanni said 2. So you ready to check it?
Oh!
Oh!
Right.
Giovanni, tell me what you just learned.
Right there. I thought that one was right there, and another one was right there.
Oh, but how many could you see?
4.
4. So, what did you just learn?
That there's 3 plus 2 equals.
Okay, but wait. Okay, let's look at something, guys. How many are covered? 1. And how many could you see?
4.
4. So, where do we get?
4 equals 5.
How do we get 3 and 2? We need to look at what numbers.
3 and 2.
Let's look up here at our numbers that we're seeing. What numbers do we see on the outside?
3.
We see 3 on the outside.
No, we see 2 or 2.
How many?
2 and 2.
Wait, listen. How many?
4 that you can see and 1 that what's covered.
So what would we figure out with that?
It was 5. Miss asked me.
Okay, so what did we learn?
3 plus 2 equals 5.
Okay, I need you to look really closely because I'm hearing some different conversations that you're having, and I want to be able to talk about some of the things that you're saying. So watch really closely, okay? I'm gonna draw some circles. I want you to think in your brain how many I'm drawing, but don't say it out loud yet. Oh, I love that you're doing this and not shouting it out. Okay, I want you to tell me, how many do you see?
5.
You see 5. How'd you see 5?
Because there's 3 and 2 more.
Oh, okay. So you saw 3 and 2 more. Did anybody else see it that way? Some other people saw it that way? Okay. I'm going to draw it again. How many circles are there?
5.
Okay. Did anybody see it a different way than they saw this? Did you see it a different way?
I saw 1 and 4.
Oh, you saw 1 and 4. Okay. How much does 3 and 2 together make?
5.
How much does 1 and 4 together make?
5.
Well, all of these are 10, but just
Oh.
this one, how much is this? How much is this one?
On the bottom.
5.
Okay, so you're telling me that 3 plus 2 is 5, and 1 plus 4 is also 5? Okay, now I have a question. Okay, so I want you to look at this, okay? Because I agree with you. Some of you earlier were saying that you saw this as 3 and 2, and some of you were saying 4 and 1. I agree that both of those make 5. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
We just proved it. Both of those can make 5. But I want to know which one matches the picture.
At the top.
Do we see
The
3?
bottom
Let me
one.
ask the question first. Do we see 3 on the outside and 2 on the inside?
No.
Or do we see 4 on the outside and 1 on the
The
inside?
bottom.
Give me a me too if you think this one matches. Okay, give me a me too if you think this one matches. Oh, okay. So even though both of these can make 5, with Splat, we've got to find the one that matches the picture. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So in this situation, we saw 4 and
1.
Mac.
There's 3.
There's 3. Give me I agree if it's 3. It's 3. All right, so everybody agrees that that's 3. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, Joshua, how many are covered?
There's 2 on the outside and 1 inside.
Okay, he thinks 1 is under the
I
splat.
was going to ask you, you can see 2 and there's 1 under there because we had 3.
Okay, let's see if that's correct.
Because 1 plus 2
So, how could we save this problem if we were just saying it? How many's on the outside?
2.
2, and how many more?
1.
Make,
3.
so 2 and 1 more make 3. Everybody kiss your brain.